attorney Kelly Hyman, who's been on the top of this story on her podcast, and Fox News contributor Greg Jarrett. Greg, I'm going to ask you to start really quickly. What do you make of this sentence, 4 years?
He should consider himself fortunate. Probation department said 6 to 7 years. Prosecutors wanted 11. 20 was the max. He does 4 less the 13 months he's already served. But I think this punishment really came down to the hideous violence that all of us saw, including the judge on that videotape, the brutal beating of his girlfriend that was really stomach-turning. And, he had to consider also the victim sent a letter to the judge calling Combs cruel, power-hungry, manipulative. And the defense tried to dismiss all of that at trial, saying, oh, we accept that he did that. Let's move on. But that had a searing effect on the case, on the judge at sentencing, as did the testimony from several women who recounted with tears how Combs beat, threatened, sexually assaulted, blackmailed them. That kind of horrific violence is something that a sentencing judge considers quite seriously.
Kelly, you've been all over this story. You've been covering it from start to finish on your podcast. What's your reaction to what you hear today out of the courtroom?
Does the punishment fit the crime? A lot of legal scholars thought that Diddy was going to go to jail between 5 and 7 years, but Diddy was asking for basically being let out. We have to remember that Diddy scheduled an appearance next week in Miami as well. Now, when we look at the victims of these cases, we look at Cassie Ventura, who wrote an impact statement of how her life has been affected by this and how she lives in fear and how she is worried that if Diddy gets out, that he is going to come after her.
So, Greg, back to the legal side for just a moment. Anybody watching can see at the bottom of the screen, he's got 4 years, 2 months in prison. This is a federal court. This is a federal sentence. As opposed to many state-level sentences, we can expect he'll serve that entire 4 years and 2 months. Correct, Greg?
Yeah, well, you're right. In the federal system, generally speaking, you do nearly all of it. You can get time off with good service, and he does get credit for the time he's already served. So, minus a year plus a month on 4 years and 2 months, as I say, he should be thankful that he didn't get the 6 or 7 that probation department wanted, or the 11 that, the prosecutors wanted. And I agree, it did not help that Combs allegedly booked this Miami speaking gig next week, which prosecutors today in court called the height of hubris. He was already, packing his bags, putting on his best outfit and ready to be released. Ain't going to happen.
Speaking of that, Kelly, again, as you've been covering this case all over your podcast, what do you make of the behavior of Diddy in and out of the courtroom? You think there, as was discussed just a moment ago, any remorse? Do you find any of that genuine?
There's 2 schools of thought: that he is, in fact, remorseful, that the fact that he was in prison, that he is a changed man, that he's no longer doing drugs, that he is no longer drinking alcohol. There was compelling testimony in court from his children telling a story about his father and how they needed him. Diddy got in front of the court and pleaded for mercy, wanted to go back home, wanted to be with his mother. Even his mother wrote a statement saying that she needs her son to help take care of her. However, there's the other side of the victims, and we have like Cassie Ventura, who went through this abuse, and she alleged was manipulated, and the harm that she went, and she does not believe that he will ever be a changed man for what he has done.
All right, Kelly and Greg, please hang out for a bit. Thank you for that analysis. Don't go anywhere. I want to bring in